This is Super Ninja Austin here, back here with another video tonight. Again, I just want to let y'all know that this is the first time I did back-to-back two videos in one night, in 2 nights in a row. And then also I wanted to apologize about yesterday not announcing that John Cena confirmed that he was the host of Payback, the Payback event, and then acknowledge the fact that Jimmy Uso got a new theme song, which probably perfect for him for his heel stick now. So good for him and happy for him about that. But anyways, this is episode 21 of the WWE Payback first ever premium live event review of mine. And yeah, even though this is not WrestleMania, but I'm very pumped and excited that I'm doing my very first premium live event review. And we're going to start off with Becky Lynch taking on Trish Stratus, which was inside a steel cage match. It was very fun and odd at the same time, because at the end it looks. We're going to start off with them beating the living hell out of each other into the steel demonic structure. First, to start off with Trish Stratus hitting her face first right into the steel demonic structure with hitting her back first with the face first with this cage, until Becky Lynch started countering and coming back, hitting her face first into the steel cage. And then this is when she turned her around, started hitting her right in the back. And then this is when Becky Lynch went onto the mid rope and hit her with a leg drop, landing her onto the ground. And then this is when she tried to go for a pinfall, but she only got a 1 and a 2.7 seconds. And then this is when Becky Lynch started hitting clotheslines and then springboard kicks right to Tina the turnbuckle. This is when Becky Lynch tried to climb up to the second rope onto the steel cage. Trish Stratus tripped Becky Lynch into the Tina the turnbuckle, and then that's when Trish Stratus tried to hit her signature flip Hurricane Rana right off the top rope, but Becky Lynch was not having it, so she started pushing. And then this is when Trish Stratus started hitting the forearm. And then this is when Becky Lynch started headbutting. And then this is when Trish Stratus started hitting punches right at Becky Lynch. And then this is when Trish Stratus started trying to climb up right on the top. But this is when Becky Lynch countered it. Intercepts and buckle bombs her right off the top of the steel cage. Which only got her like a 2.8 second count. And then I was like, oh, wow, this move was so believable, to the point that us fans thought that was going to help Becky Lynch get the win. And then we're going to get to the most exciting and to the end and to the point of this match, which Becky Lynch tried to escape, but Trish Stratus managed to stop that and prevent that from happening. This is when Becky Lynch started fighting back. She tried to hit her with the manhandling slam right off the top, but Trish Stratus countered it, tried to go for the vintage Stratus into the running bulldog right off the top. And then she connected the move and she tried to go for a 1, 2, 3, but she only could get a 1 and a 2 and a 2.99999. 0.1 away from being a 3. And then she kicked. How could you not? Like, if we did not knew that Becky Lynch was going to win, we would have thought that this would have been Trish's night. But luckily it wasn't, and we have to suffer that neither us or Becky to say thank you, Trish, because we do not want to thank her in this manner. Like, Yeah, she probably started the whole popularity into the women's division, but that doesn't mean she was achieving all the accolades that's now active in the women's division. But that's a story for another day. But we're gonna continue talking about this match. This is when Trish Stratus tried to sneakily try to go up to the top rope. Becky Lynch started fighting her right off the top. And then Trish Stratus got her leg stuck into the top part of the steel cage. And then this is when Becky Lynch started punching her, and hitting her with blows after blows. And then this is when it looks like Becky Lynch is about to escape, but Trish Stratus managed to get her foot stuck and started fighting back. And then this is when she starts trying to bring her down and try to hit her with a move right off the top again. But it was like a different kind of moveset. I believe it was. I'm not sure, but Becky Lynch reversed out of it, go for the manhandling slam, which she finally gets to do that, and then she try to go for a 1, she try to go for a 2, but it was the same when Trish Stratus hit the running bulldog on her, and then it was being very frustratingly difficult for the man. And then this is when we get to the part where we're trying to get out of the cage door. This is when Trish Stratus try to open the door and then try to pull her way out of there, but Becky Lynch was trying to pull her is still in the match. This is when Zoe Stark came out, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, didn't Adam Pearce specifically ban Zoe Stark? Like, why is she getting involved? Like, WWE's making this unnecessarily confusing. Like, why? Regardless, like, you shouldn't have had Zoe Stark be out there. Like, it was completely nonsensical. Like, WWE did not meant well on their word on this matter. But anyway, this is when she started pulling, and then this is when Becky Lynch finally got enough strength to win the tug of war against Zoe Stark with Trish Stratus. She tried to run up, try to get to the cage door, but Zoe Stark hit her face first with the cage door. And then this is when, and I believe Zoe Stark hits this is when Zoe Stark hits her with the Z360 right on the Becky Lynch. She put Trish Stratus right on top of her, but she only got a 1, she only got a 2, and a 2.9, and then she kicked out, and then Becky Lynch kicked out with a 2.9999 seconds. This is when Trish Stratus this is when Zoe Stark tried to get Trish Stratus up. Becky Lynch closed the cage door right behind her. This is when she started climbing, but this is when Trish Stratus started climbing up, and then this is when Becky Lynch hit the manhandle slam, I should say, onto Zoe Stark. And she grabbed Trish Stratus right off the top. And then this is when she hit her with a manhandling slam for the 1, 2, 3. And she finally put this feud to rest and put it to bed for good even. And then this is when Trish Stratus blames Zoe Stark. She was like, I know, like I did a good job, and Becky Lynch won, unfortunately, but we can fix this. And then she was like, let's go. Like, and then this is when Trish Stratus was like, I know I don't want to go. Like, don't want to go. Like, no, like just go. Like, just calm down. Like, we will just fix this. And then this is when Trish Stratus slaps the absolute taste out of Zoe Stark's mouth. This is what probably ticked Zoe Stark off. So she was trying to stay calm, but she was like, and this is when Trish Stratus was like now go, like leave this ring now. And then she wouldn't leave the ring. So this is when Trish Stratus was like, all right, I'll just go. And then this is when Zoe Stark, to hold on to her, she shoved her back, and then she hits her with the with the Z360, which I bet some of you hardcore fans probably was looking forward for Zoe Stark to give Trish her dessert, give her just dessert, and realized what she's doing by kissing up to the legendary Hall of Famer. But yeah, like, what do you think about this Zoe Stark turning on her and splitting away from the Canadian women's legend? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And also, do you think that she's turning babyface? Just let me know down below. Up next, we're moving on to these cursing commercials on Peacock. It's going to take a minute. But I guess I'll begin with John Cena making his appearance and making his presence known that he is the host, which he is the host of Payback. I'm keep forgetting the pay-per-view. But anyway, yeah, he's the host of Payback. John Cena's hello everybody in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am the host of John Cena. I mean, not John Cena. I'm John Cena, and I am the host of Payback. And he said, he was like, I have been a lot of things. I started first. I started last. I main evented WrestleManias. I main evented WrestleManias. What he said, I got main evented WrestleManias. I've been known as the champion, the prototype, the doctor, the place that runs the play, the face that runs the place, and then the face that runs the place, and known as winning a lot of championships. And then he was going going down the list, and then he was like, but I haven't been a guest host of a WWE show. And then because I'm the guest host, I am going to be the special guest referee for this match between the A-lister Miz and which you all know him as L.A. Knight. And then that's when the fans start saying, yeah. And then the Miz was like, are you kidding me? When this is when Miz came out, and he was like, are you kidding me? They say that you're the greatest as a wrestler, but I hate you. But I hate you as a guest host of this premium live event. And this premium live event, and then this is when he says and then what else was he's like, yeah, I respect you as a wrestler. Let's see right here. And that's what he said. He's like, and I would expect this announcement from L.A. Knight, but not from you, Cena. Or not you, John. Like, pampering this audience right now, you're John Cena. They call you the greatest of all time, but I've been completely honest, you as a host, you suck. That's what he said. Yeah. He's like, that's what he said. He said, they say you're the greatest of all times, but as a host, you suck. And he's like, you know what? He was like, yeah, I respect you, and I'm trying to make this match better for you. You got any advice? Got any advice? That's when John Cena started responding to me. He's like, you know what? I may not like you, but I do respect you, and I'm trying to make this match more and more the best for you. Like, do you got any advice for me? And then this is when the Miz is spit back. He's like, put yourself as a special guest match in my match. Be a special guest referee into my match. And then this is when John Cena said, it was like that wasn't the idea. Like, do you have any other advice for this match? Like, what'd you call it to be a And then he was like, and if agent asks you if, and this is what he said, if an agent or if anybody asks you to be a merman on the Barbie movie, please say no. And then that's when he started insulting him, saying like, you're almost in your 50s and you're still dressing up like if you're still a Teletubby. He's like, That's what he said. He was like, what do you wear? Like, you're like, what are you wearing? Like I'm wearing a $10,000 suit while you're still dressing up like a colorful Teletubby and you're nearly 50 years old. That's what he says. Yeah. And then that's when John Cena said, point taken. So when you get, I'm just a roll. Good. And then that's when the Miz like, you gotta be quick, guy. You gotta take charge. You gotta be prepared for everything. Like he's like, he's like, okay, like I gotta take charge of being a special guest referee in your match. And that's when the Miz said, no, like no, don't do that, John. And he's like, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. And then that's when the Miz was like, and besides, like you don't have a referee shirt, John. So like I'm afraid you're gonna not have to do this position. And then that's when John Cena got I believe he got a referee shirt from the cameraman, and then that's when he get ready to put it on. But before this is when Johnson said, I believe I got a referee shirt now. Perks of being a host, so I guess I am the special guest referee for your match. And that's when the Miz was still saying no. And then that's when John Cena said the signature LA Knights, yeah. And that's when fans were like, yeah. And that's when the Miz was like, no, once again. And then that's when Johnson said, yeah. And then that's when the Miz finally, for the last time, he says no. And then that's when John Cena pointed out to the front entrance, and the fans were like, yeah. And that's when LA Knight came out and get ready for his match against the Miz with the special guest referee John Cena. And this is when the Miz slowly gets back in the ring. This is when, and then that's when this is when they start fighting into what's like. Let's see. And then when LA Knight started stomping on the LA Knight, and this is when he's like 1, 2, 3, and then this is when he had to hold him back, and then LA Knight was like, "What was that for?" Like, hey, I'm the referee. I'm a referee. Like I'm doing my job. And he's like, "Well, you better stay on your job." And then that's when the Miz started. started coming back, started hitting him with some shots and blows. And let's get to the point. Like, this is when John Cena, when the Miz starts stomping on him, and then he's like, and this is when he holds the Miz back. He's like, 1, 2, 3. Like, when you, and he was reminding him, he's like, when I count to 5, that means you're gonna get a DQ, and that's an automatic loss for you. Like, so I'm concerned about that. And he's like, you don't control me on how I beat LA Knight. And that's when LA Knight hits him with a clothesline. This is when LA Knight starts stomping on him, which I should have said, and it starts hitting him with some couple punches. He starts stomping a moho on the Miz, and that's when everybody's like chanting, yeah, yeah. And that's when John Cena hold him back. And then LA Knight start continuing. He start pressing his boot right into Miz's face. And then John Cena's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. He hold LA Knight back. And LA Knight's like, and that's what, and LA Knight's like, oh, you think you're the referee and all? You can, like if you weren't wearing that shirt, like I'll be doing the Zach while I'm doing to that guy right there. And that's when the men started attacking him. He tackled him down, and then that's when he started ramming his face right into the ropes. This is when John Cena was like, 1, 2, 3, and he's like, thank you. Yeah, you got 3. You stop at 3 seconds. You had 5 seconds to get out. Like, and then this is when the Miz try to, in one move, he boots him. He tried to go from the middle rope. He tripped his left leg. He fell right into the middle rope's trap. And then that's when he hits him with the most perfectionist and beautiful code breaker I have ever seen from an individual. And then it only got, and it looks like he could have, from any individual, including Jericho. No offense to Jericho, even though I find him better than The Miz. But anyway, he hits him with a code breaker, with him hanging off the middle ropes, and then John Cena tried to go for a 1 and a 2, but it only got him a 2.7 second count. And then John Cena reminded The Miz it was only 2, and he's not playing around with the A-lister. So he tried to go for a headlock to LA Knight, which it looked like LA Knight looked like he was about to faint, but LA Knight started using his fingers to say, no way, Jose, to The Miz. And then this is when he started elbowing The Miz, started punching him with the right hand. And then this is when LA Knight tried to go for attack, but he flips him out, and then The Miz trips him over face first right into the hardest part of the ring, which is known as the ring apron. And then this is The Miz was mocking LA Knight with his version of the catch, where they say M-I-Z, yeah. And then this is when The Miz throws him back in the ring. This is when And then this is when he started hitting the yes kicks on him, which I believe this was very unnecessary. Like, there's no point of doing that. Like, if Daniel Bryan's still not there, even though he may not have to be there for being known as the yes kicks, because WWE obviously owns the rights of the trademark yes, but whoever does it the best is none other than the former yes man himself, Daniel Bryan, which is going by his real name in his old Ring of Honor persona, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. But that's a story for another day. This is when he started hitting them with the yes kicks repeatedly to the WWE megastar LA Knight, and then this is when he talk about a roundhouse kick. This is when LA Knight hits him with a flying back spiking the Miz with a flying back suplex, which he could use as a signature move, which I'm not sure if that is his signature move at least. But he did it so perfectly like if it was. And then this is when LA Knight got back on his feet. He's like hitting repeated clotheslines into the Miz. And then this is when he got to the mid-rope. Hit him with a mid-rope bulldog face first, down the two-time Grand Slam champion. This is when he boots him. This is when John Cena go for a 1, go for a 2, but we got a 2.1 count. And this is when he starts stomping on. Everybody starts chanting LA Knight, and then this is when he runs and hit him with a knee right to Miz's face. And then this is when LA Knight's standing up tall, getting ready to or hit him with a fireman's carry, but it only got. But he was trying to go for a skull crusher for now, but it ran him right to that back team of the turnbuckle. This is when LA Knight repeatedly hit him with that. And he tried to go for a running attack, but he hits him with a sunset flip. He tried to boot The Miz, but The Miz hit him with a kick the knee and then go for a DDT, a kickback DDT, 2 repeated ones. And then this is when he tried, and John Cena, and this is when he pinned LA Knight. John Cena go for a 1, go for a 2, but he kicks out right after there was a 2. And Miz was very frustrated. This is when the Miz started feeling his comeback getting more and more rising. And this is when he does the pose before he hits the skull crushing finale. He tried to go for it, but LA Knight rolls out of it. Do the most devastating move in all sports entertainment. Only got a 2. And then this is when LA Knight tried to hit him right to the corner turnbuckle. This is when The Miz tried to hit him with his trademark clothesline, which he reversed out of it. LA Knight turned it to a twisting DDT, which was or spinning neck breaker, I should say, which was very unique. Like Michael Cole said, John Cena go for a 1, he go for a 2, but you only could give him a 2.5 second count, where The Miz only can. Where LA Knight only could hit him with the DDT that couldn't put him away, but it was no matter because LA Knight tried to probably go for a blunt force trauma, but The Miz hit him with a jawbreaker. This is when The Miz tried to go for a roll up, go for a 1, he go for a 2, and John Cena noticed that The Miz had his hands on the rope. He kicked his arm right onto the ropes. He's like, get your damn hands off the ropes. Like, that's very unfair for your opponent. Like, that's like we're gonna have a clean, fair fight. Like, I seen you what you did. Like, we're not gonna have that into this match. And then he's like, you're not gonna still win by. You never take the low down. You don't take the low down like that. And then that's when The Miz turned around, nearly got hit with the blood force trauma from LA Knight. He rolled out of it somehow, surprisingly, and he tried to hit the skull crusher for now. But LA Knight flips out of it, and then that's when he nearly hits John Cena. But John Cena was getting ready to hit him with a knuckle punch, but he stopped right a foot away from John Cena. This is when LA Knight tried to hit a right hand, but The Miz ducked, but it nearly hitting John Cena. John Cena was still ready for anybody to try to go off the line and attack the special guest referee, I should say. This is when The Miz hits the skull crusher finale, which. The special guest John Cena, special guest referee John Cena goes for a 1, he goes for a 2, but like from the last pins, like he still kicked out of a 2.5 second count, and then this is when The Miz gets back on the top. And this is when he starts staring at John Cena. And this is when he starts trying to hit a 5-knuckle shuffle. He mocks Johnson. He tried to go for a 5-knuckle shuffle. LA Knight got back up. He run right through the ropes. LA Knight catches him and hits him with the power slam and get ready to hit his signature LA Knight. Yeah. elbow drop, which me and my mother thinks that he is basically doing that because he's trying to be like his version of The Rock, doing the people's elbows, like doing the with the LA Knight movement version of the elbow drop move. And then this when he hits that move, he finally hits him with the blood force trauma, BFT for short, for the 1, 2, 3, and then that's when the fans started going crazy. They're like, yay, going crazy that LA Knight did it, and he literally did it, and John Cena helped made it possible, and then this is when they get up on the stage. This is when. This is when LA Knight tells John Cena, he's like, take out that despicable referee shirt off, like, and then face me like a man. And then this is when John Cena looked like he was about to get ready to fight him, and then get ready to fight him. And then this is when John Cena pulled out his hand, and then he was like, you may not like me, and you don't have to be my friend. But take my handshake of me showing some respect. And then that's what they did. That's when John Cena raised his hand. He was like, this is the man of the future. And then it looks like there was going to be some altercations, but it looks like there's like some teases of an altercation of this matter. And it looks like we're probably not going to see a program between the megastar and the face that runs the place anytime soon. Like, it'll probably be months from now before we see that. But what do y'all think about this match and John Cena being a special guest referee genuinely? Y'all let me know about that down in the comments below. But we're going to move on to and then let's see what was next. I believe it was what was next? I believe it was what was the next match? Oh yeah, it was the United States Championship match between Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory. And what had my ears is when Corey Graves was like, yeah, his friends had to leave their wives at home because they were afraid that Austin Theory was going to make them get a divorce from them. But I was like, huh? Like first of all, Austin Theory's not such a hottie to the point that even married women and already taken women of the sort will go after him. And second of all, like, that doesn't make no sense. Like, that's just like saying like a young, I'll say like a young cashier is going to take the eyes of every married woman at a grocery store. Like, but anyway, like, and second of all, like I believe that Corey Graves made him do that because they think that he thinks Austin Theory is going to be too much of a irresistible hot guy that take all the taking women away. Like, but which that didn't make no sense. But anyway, we're gonna get to them. But yeah, that's weird. But yeah, y'all let me know about that down in the comments below. And then this is when this match was brought to you by Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which was kind of random, and because not because that they've been sponsoring way too much. It's just that they didn't mention it until tonight on the night of the premium live event. But anyway, this is when. But I'm gonna get to near towards the end. This is when Austin Theory started hitting them with clotheslines and then slamming them right into the canvas. He started hitting them with the double foot. He hits him with a running suplex, and then they only could get up 2, and then that's when Austin Theory tried to brainstorm and hit him with another fisherman suplex, and then this is when hit him with a suplex, fisherman suplex, and another fisherman suplex. This is when he tried to go for a third one, thinking the third time's a charm, and mocking and start doing the signature shimmy of the Latino Heat of the Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, this is when he tried to hit the third one, but Rey Mysterio counters it, but he elbows Rey Mysterio, which he kicks out at one, and then this is what go for a headlock. This is when he hits him with the rare chin lock. My bad about the tongue tie and the multiple tongue ties that I'm doing on you. But this is when he has it locked in. He got to try to squeeze the breath out of Rey Mysterio. This is when Rey Mysterio looked like he's about to faint, but he did not gave in, and he started getting up, and he started slowly countering it, and then this is when Rey Mysterio started elbowing him and started reversing out of it. This is when Austin Theory double throat shoves Mysterio and knees that brutalized throat of Rey Mysterio into the ropes, until the referee counts to 4. Austin Theory started being arrogant to the fans, started taunting them by doing the "I'm the now" kind of pose, and then this is when Theory hit him with a right blow to Rey Mysterio. This is when he Irish whips them right into that top turnbuckle, and then that's when. And this is when he started slowly stalks the reigning defending United States champion. Started hitting him with the left hand blows, and he's like, "You think you're champion?" And he threw him first, and then this is when. And this is when. And Austin Theory puts him right on the top rope. This is when he started hitting him with punches repeatedly right to Rey Mysterio's head. This is when the referee's like you gotta stop, like when before I hit 5. This is when Austin Theory went way too far and disrespectfully trying to embarrass and humiliate Rey Mysterio, trying to rip in his mask, but Rey Mysterio managed to elbow him before he could even tear even a small rip out of Rey Mysterio's mask. And then this is where he had him starting to fly right out of off the top rope. And then this is where Rey Mysterio. I don't say really fly, make him fall off the top. This is when Rey Mysterio hits a moonsault right off the top rope, and it successfully connected Austin Theory. And then both men were down. And then this is when Rey Mysterio and both Mysterio and Theory got back up. Rey Mysterio hits him with those side kicks right into the side of Theory's leg, and he started continuing doing his right hand. And then duck, and then hit him with a flying head scissors. And then that's when send him outside. And then this is when Rey Mysterio get ready to dive from the outside. He ran to the rope, hit him a high wrist, and then hit him with a lower diving tornado DDT right off the apron by Mysterio. But before I continue, I also want to point it out, saying what Dominic said about Rey Mysterio's latest United States Championship victory a couple weeks ago. That Dominic said that he had to steal that, like he's been stealing his Little League trophy. I was like, why would Rey Mysterio love to steal those? Like, maybe he was proud of you for being such a talented kid, and you're even following to his footsteps. And also making a disgrace of him now, from the past 12 months, of course, yeah, that's a very true statement. But anyways, But anyways, but yeah, how you still when he's winning championship gold, and then for you to have, and then he's the reason why you got into the league, so you can show your talent, got into the little leagues and show your talent, and get those trophies. But that doesn't mean he's trying to hog them up. Like, he's probably just trying to help display them for you, so he can be known as a success story, like into the Mysterio family, just like him. But anyway, back to the but I don't know much about it, but I'm thinking like Rey Mysterio is such a great dad, and then this is how this is the thanks that he gets. Like, maybe he couldn't, maybe he made his mistakes, like, but the best thing to do is to forgive him, and yeah. But I'll say, yeah, but that's fair. That's not none of my business, though. But I'm saying about in Rey Mysterio's perspective. But anyways, we're gonna talk more about Rey Mysterio's match against Austin Theory. Like, this is when he throws try to throw Austin Theory back in the ring. This is where he hits him with a flying senton, which only got him a 1 and a 2 and a 2.3 pinfall. And this is when Rey Mysterio started clapping of motivation of getting back in the game. And then this is when Mysterio hit him with a springboard flying head scissors. This is when he trips Theory over to get ready for the 619, which he knew he did, but he moved out of the way. Austin Theory, this is when Theory runs up there. Rey Mysterio with an elbow. This is when he tried to go for a springboard, go for a springboard, like a springboard it's like a springboard coffin drops crossbody. This is when he hits him with a reverse fireman steel power bomb. Looked like the least devastating, the self-proclaimed least devastating move in all sports entertainment, the Blue Thunder Bomb. But it looks very completely insanely dangerous, but it didn't put away the Hall of Famer, because like Rey Mysterio has been hit with worse moves than that and still kicked out of that. But this is when Austin Theory hit him with the A-Town down. But this is when Rey Mysterio rolls out of it. He hits him with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up, and he got the 1, 2, 3, and he retains his United States Championship, which was probably the best move that WWE could have ever determined, because like Rey Mysterio hardly won that title, and I knew that Rey Mysterio was going to win this match because, like I said, like from yesterday's review of Friday Night SmackDown, like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory beat him and Santos Escobar. And even though Grayson Waller pinned even though Grayson Waller pinned Santos Escobar rather than Austin Theory pinning Rey Mysterio, they still got the upper hand regardless. Like, and then it shows that Rey Mysterio was going to retain. But what y'all thought about the finish of the match? But what y'all thought about this paper? I mean, not paper. I mean, I'm gonna get to that in the end. But anyways, yeah. What y'all thought about this match? And did y'all enjoy that Rey Mysterio retain the United States Championship and keep that United States title on the LWO? And if you do, please leave a comment down below, because this was because even though it was the most silliest, but it was the most best way to have him retain the title for the fact that he beat him with the 619. But even though he could have, but I forgot, like Austin Theory, when he hit him with the 619, Austin Theory put his knees up when he tried to hit the springboard pin drop splash. But this one, Austin Theory tried to hit the A-Town down, but that's when he hit the most devastating move in all sports. But this was the best way to have Rey Mysterio retain if they have plans for him to do, which I'm glad he did. And it looks like that Austin Theory's gonna, like WrestleMania said on his prediction video, when he was like, I believe like Rey Mysterio going to retain, and then Austin Theory's going to go on the bigger and higher higher achievements into his career in WWE. But yeah, y'all let me know about this match and how y'all thought about the finish down in the comments below, if y'all like it or not. I'm gonna let y'all decide. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next slide. We're gonna have, I believe it was the Grayson Waller effect. I could be mistaken, but I'm gonna talk about it so I have this 40-second ad on my phone to go to the next match, which I guess it's probably the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match, or probably. Well, I think it is. Yeah, I believe it's the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match, which Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were ready. Kevin Owens was definitely ready. He was in the street clothes, and then Sami Zayn came out right after him. They had their Undisputed Tag Team titles ready, and then this is when the Judgment Day came in the match. This is when Judgment Day. This is when they started off in the ring, like doubled as a 2-on-2 duo, and then this is when Kevin Owens ripped off his KO shirt, and then this is when he revealed his Terry Funk shirt to pay tribute to the hardcore legend because he sadly passed away. And then this is when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn start bringing weapons like steel chairs and kendo sticks in the ring and started clobbering the Judgment Day with the sticks and started hitting them repeatedly. And then earlier I watched the SmackDown Lowdown episode video, and it shows that Kevin Owens is gonna promise even steal a car. He was gonna steal a car after he brings the beating to the Judgment Day, and even bring it down to beat him down during their match. He's gonna find some keys somewhere that goes to a car, and he's gonna steal it. And then that's the same thing. No, what are you talking about? It's not like it's not steel like STEAL. It's steel steel, metal materials, made out of steel, our plates to our tag team championship. These are made out of steel, STEEL, and he was like, oh, I thought, yeah, never mind, that cracked me up so much. I thought I might bring this up on my SNA podcast video. It does get the #1 goofiest wrestling life on the list. But back to the review. We have Kevin Owens and Sami's. They brought it out into the audience, and then that's when Dominic Mysterio started doing the disadvantage onto the Canadian brothers Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and they threw him right over the side of this table, with this into this equipment box, with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had the Pittsburgh Penguin jerseys and the the hockey sticks. And then this is when Michael Cole hilariously, confusingly and mistakenly called the Pittsburgh the Penguins jerseys. And I'm sorry about that. I'm actually nearly calling the Pittsburgh Penguins the baseball team, which is the Pirates, and then also what's his name? But Michael Cole did that with the calling the Pittsburgh Penguins the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then that's when Corey Graves correctly said it's the Pittsburgh it's the Pittsburgh I guess the Pittsburgh Penguins that you mean. And then that's when they start clobbering the three members of the Judgment Day with the with the hockey sticks, which is the most deadliest weapon in all of sports entertainment, and then that's and then and then. And then that's when they brought down the Damian Priest and Finn Balor. That's when they started going straight forward for the Dominic. This is when it was like, all right, that's it. And that's when they started double teaming him, started punching him to death and beating the shit right out of him, like, and had him packing and going backstage. And then Kevin Owens was wearing a very crimson mask. I was like, wow, like, I don't know how Kevin Owens got hit with some weapon. Like, it had to be something piercing. Probably when he got hit right over. Because I don't remember seeing him looking like that until after he got thrown right over the table, right through inside the equipment box with the Pittsburgh the Pittsburgh Penguin jerseys and the hockey sticks, which is the most deadliest weapon in all of sports entertainment. But yeah, he had to hit something accidental, which I'll probably be noted that from a excellent YouTube source very soon, probably tomorrow, even more, either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, this is when Sami Zayn and Owens throws the Judgment Day's Priest and Balor into the ring. This is when Sami Zayn starts stacking steel chairs. This is when Finn Balor started fighting back, trying to elbow Sami Zayn. This is when Finn Balor successfully hits him with the elbow. This is when Damian Priest caught Sami Zayn. He tried to double team him, hold on to him when Damian Priest was on the apron, holding him between the ropes. And then this is when Finn Balor he grabs the chair. He tried to whack Sami Zayn right in the face with the steel chair. This is when Sami Zayn kicked the chair out of his hands. This is when Kevin Owens hits Damian Priest face first right on the hard spot of the ring, which is known as the ring apron. He Irish whips him right into the steel steps. Kevin Owens gets back in the ring. This is when Sami Zayn hits the self-proclaimed least most devastating move in all sports entertainment, which is the Blue Thunder Bomb, and then right through the steel chairs, but it only got a 2 count, unfortunately. Like, starting to prove its point, like, with WWE not even caring about the move, because I'm not sure if Sami Zayn win with this move at all. But anyways, this is when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn started grabbing steel chairs. This is when they started unfolding him, and then they started putting him in order. This is when Damian Priest started hitting Kevin Owens and Zayn with the most deadliest weapon in all sports entertainment, which was the hockey stick. He started whacking them back and forth. This is when, and then Damian Priest kicked Owens right to the side. This is when Damian Priest hit Sami Zayn with a Falcon Arrow, which had hit him spine first, which I'll say if that didn't break any parts of his spinal area, at least it's gonna. Well, I would say it's definitely he's gonna be feeling it first thing in the morning if it doesn't continue to feel horribly bad. But Damian Priest try to pin Sami Zayn for the 1 and the 2, but Kevin Owens hits him with a steel chair or throws the steel chair right on the back of Damian Priest to stop it, to break things up. This is when they took it outside. This is when Damian Priest. This is when Damian Priest holds on to Kevin Owens. This is when Finn Balor drop kicks Kevin Owens, and he lands right on the announce table. This is when Kevin Owens starts throwing punches and blows right into Damian Priest, and this is when he throws Kevin Owens right over the announce table. This is when he hits him with a trash can. This is when Finn Balor moves the desk chair. one of the commentators desk chair, I believe it was Corey Graves. This is when Finn Balor clotheslined him right to the out to the audience. This is when Kevin Owens was fighting him two-on one. This is when he was walking off trying to catch a breather. This is when they started fighting. And Sami Zayn came out and he was like, and it looked like he's not gonna bring Zayn down. Like he's gonna fight until there's not enough fight in him. Like which there was no fight. There wasn't the last fight left in him because he was keep going and go with like Kevin Owens was doing. And they start fighting. And this is when Dominic Mysterio comes back in the match. This is when Finn Balor tries to knees him in the midsection. Sami Zayn hits him face first right into the kickoffs. The commentator from the kickoff says desk area hit him face first right on there. This was Sami Zayn stands on top. Everybody started going hype on and cheering on for Sami Zayn. And then this is when he hits him with a diving senton, right? A diving somersault senton right on to both Priest and Balor. This is when Kevin Owens puts Dominic Mysterio right on to a table, and this is when he goes up on the top on this back audience entrance, and he goes for a swanton bomb right into Dominic Mysterio. It looks like he only got half of him. With the other half of his body, he landed right on that concrete, which I hope Kevin Owens is okay, by the way. But yeah, he successfully executed like a pro. And this is what made me think I don't understand why this did not put away Dominic. And yes, sir, I guess it's kind of a spoiler for those who didn't watch. That's watching this video for the recaps. Like this is not the last time we're gonna see Dominic into the match. But anyway, this is when. But this is when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens brings Priest and Balor into the ringside area. But this is when Finn Balor tried to go for a missile dropkick, but he hits him with the exploder suplex. He was getting ready to hit the haluva kick, but Damian Priest caught him off guard with the trash can, hit him face first, head first, and then he tried to go for the 1 and the 2 Finn Balor, but it only got the 3. And then this is when Finn Balor tells Damian to get inside the ring after he hits him with the trash can. This is when they try to go for one double team move, with Finn Balor going off the top rope with Damian Priest about to hit hit him with the crucifix, and with Finn Balor going for the coup de grace. But I'm not sure if that was going to happen because Sami Zayn flipped out of it. He pushed Finn Balor, which he landed, and he hit right through his crotch right onto the top rope. This is when Damian Priest tried to come over and try to attack him, but Sami Zayn elbows him. This is when Sami Zayn hits him with an exploder suplex to Priest. This is when he shoves Finn Balor right off the apron and landed crashed right through the table. This is when Sami Zayn tried to hit the haluva kick. But I believe Damian Priest caught him with try to go for a chokeslam. This is when, or something like that, or chokeslam. But he flipped out of it, pushed him towards Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens stunners Damian Priest, which Sami Zayn hits him with the haluva kick, which is successfully executed. And then this is when he hits a move kick. He went for the 1, he went for a 2, and if there was no other and there was nobody else, then how could you not? Like if it wasn't no interference, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would have gotten another win. and retain their undisputed tag team champions. But no, the bestie of Finn Balor, which is known as JD McDonough, had to show up and pulls and comes out and hits. He comes out, pulls Sami Zayn out of the ring, hits him right to Rita the ring post, and then this is what pissed off Kevin Owens. He hits him with a lariat that made JD crash, made him crash to the point that he did a 360. He hits him with a pop-up powerbomb right into Allen the announce table. This is when Kevin Owens went to the side into the corner, try to get Sami Zayn, but Rhea Ripley came out of nowhere and spears him right into Barry Barricade. I was like, what the hell? Why is she doing out here? Like, don't she have to focus on her match against Raquel, which she did later on, but unfortunately she had to get involved, and then this is when. And then Rhea Ripley just basically eradicated poor Kevin Owens. And then this is when Finn Balor tried to go for a signature buckle drop kick to Sami Zayn, with Sami Zayn slowly and stumbling to get back up. Which he successfully hits him with a running drop kick. This is when he tried to hit his finishing move, which is the coup de grace. This is when he flips out of it. This is when Sami Zayn hits him with an exploder suplex right into Tina the Turnbuckle. He pulls off his shirt. He tried to go for a haluva kick, which he successfully does. This is when he got so close again, but referee hit one, hit two, and right before he can hit three, Dominic came out of nowhere, hits Sami Zayn right to the back with Damian Priest's Senior Money in the Bank briefcase, and that's when it gave Finn Balor enough time to put his arm right on top of Sami Zayn for the 1, 2, 3. And yes, sir, that's right. They became the new undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. All the members of the Judgment Day are champions. Like, what the hell? Like, this is very shocking. This is a shocking achievement that the Judgment Day has gotten yet. Like, with Balor and Priest being the tag team champions, along with Damian Priest's Senior Money in the Bank with his briefcase, and then we have Dirty Dom's as the North American Championship on NXT, and then we have the Women's World Championship with Rhea Ripley, which she still have to defend her championship later on that night. And they all celebrated as champions, which they had the pyro and everything going off with Priest and Balor's latest victory, which I would thought. I guess I'm gonna eat my own words, because I thought there was no way that Zayn and Owens was gonna lose those tag team titles, but they really did. I was like, what? Like, I guess they proved me wrong. I guess WWE and the Judgment Day. But what y'all thought about this match? You thought that they dethroned Owens and Zayn with the wrong tag team, or they did it with the perfect tag team faction? But what y'all think about what y'all think about now Finn Balor and Damian Priest being on the same page? And I'm not sure if they even argued at all. Like, they weren't arguing not even once. And it seemed like Damian Priest probably didn't know about JD McDonough helping, but probably on the behalf of Balor, of course. But y'all let me know everything about all this down in the comments below. And we're going to And then this is when Cody. And this is when, the Grayson Waller effect. Cody Rhodes making an appearance on the Grayson Waller effect. He's like, and then this is when And then this is when the arrogant Ozzy arrogantly announced that, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please present the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, or not my biggest guest of my Grayson Waller Effect show, like Cody Rhodes. And he was like, and then this is when Cody Rhodes was like, "So Pittsburgh, what do you want to talk about?" And then this is when Grace Wall's like, "Who professionally said who cares?" And that's when everybody started just being honest and telling, being truthful. Like, who cares what Pittsburgh want to talk about? I'll say I may not agree with everything on Pittsburgh, but that was truly disrespectful for towards the fans and the city itself. Like, you do not talk to anybody like that, especially if they didn't do nothing towards you, just because you think you're more better than them. For what reason? Like, I don't know what reason why you think you're better than them. Like, when you're hardly known as the guy that got called up to NXT and known as the guy that does Grayson Waller's effects and hardly be in a very couple of matches and onto the SmackDown brand. He's like, just being honest, like this is the Grayson Waller effects, and the only people care about what Grayson Waller will talk about with the American Nightmare. And he's like, it's hard to see someone the first time for them. Well, I'm going to talk about, they're big enough. I was like, handsome, like. But anyway, my mom admit that he is a bit handsome for him being in his position as a professional wrestler, but she didn't mean it like that, like she was hitting on him, but she was just saying, like, in general, like, he looks like a very handsome guy. Like, too bad he has a very low edge and a very low edge into his gimmick. And no, I don't mean Adam Copeland. And yes, I mean it's a shot. Yes, I mean this is a shout out to Simon Miller and the rest of the World Culture crew. But anyways, this is when he was like, "Yeah, big announcement. Like, we're going around. Like, we heard the rumblings and what you might say tonight. So, for you personally, what was the big announcement? There's so many of Well, you appreciate you bigger because you're in the desperate needs of the Grayson Waller rub, and I think he's like, I think tonight is the beginning of something huge for you, Cody, and that's or kid. That's what he said, like, something huge for you, kid. And then this is when Cody Rhodes started thinking, smiling, like. And he's like, listen, I know you're a new minted graduate from Hit Talk's class in this talk show. I know you did a few skull sessions and you're probably familiar with shows like from the past. I know you're familiar with these talk shows from the past from WWE. You start naming from a few skull sessions, and you're still familiar with shows like this: Flower Shop, Barbershop, Piper's Pit, My Personal Pit, Flair for the Goals, Miss TV, and now even the Grayson Waller effect. And then Cody Rhodes said, like, you're the president, like, are you gonna say some mean stuff to me? You're gonna get under my skin, and then I take my tie off, and we get into a fight, and you knock over these Hooters trees, and I'll crack it up. Like, this is probably the third goofiest wrestling for life for him to say that alone, saying these Hooters trees and here, and I hit you with the crossroads. And you think that's what these people want to see? And then that's when the fans were like, yes. And this is when Grayson Walla's like, hold up, like, no. We're not getting into a fight. We're not going to knock over these beautiful trees. And then we're not. And you're sure as hell, Mr. Rhodes, not going to hit me across. Like, I am a professional. Like, I'm not gonna fight in front of these beautiful trees. And then. And that's when fans are like, bring up fight. Well, I'm not sure if they exactly say that, but they chant like, He's like, yeah, thank you for the rub. And he's like, and this Grace Waller, yeah, you're welcome. And he's like, I want to give you a big scoop on myself. You watch Monday Night Raw, right? And he's like, every Monday, of course. And then that's when Cody Rhodes was like, do you watch NXT? Like, yeah, absolutely. And that too. And he was like, you never watch Carmelo Hayes? Like, shout out to him, like the NXT champion. Of course, like he never misses. And then I have to admit, like, it's true. He don't miss every time he hit the shot. And then that's what Cody was like, do you watch SmackDown? And then that's what Chris Wall's like, well, like I'm the star of the show, so I watch most of the of me. I watch most of the SmackDown, so yeah. And this is when Cody Rhodes was like, okay, well, SmackDown is intriguing. Wouldn't you say right now, Gracie? As a matter of fact, I already saw the SmackDown a few weeks ago. And he was like, there was a wrong that I needed to be righted. And I'm like, like, what is he coming from this? What is Cody Rhodes saying about this? And he's like, whatever political stroke I have, and whatever chips I have, I cashed them in. And I hope this is not a decision that I regret to make. And I sorted out. I surely hope so. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new edition of Monday Night Raw. Like the returning Jey Uso. I'm like, what? Like, I expected Jey Uso to come back, but not this early. Like, or at least be into the match against his brother Jimmy Uso, his first match until the next match of WrestleMania. But I think everything has changed since from that meet and greet WrestleCon event from Rikishi and the wrestling promoter who was hosting that announced that for some reason. I mean, it looks like WWE kind of got upset with them for announcing it, so they probably postponed it until probably next year at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. With Rikishi, my prediction that Rikishi's gonna be the special guest referee. That's when they're gonna do that, and they're gonna do that dream match. But what y'all think about Jey Uso making his return? And he also have a new theme music, which is about it's kind of like the old Uso theme song music, like down since day one. It was he's like main event Uso, main if Oos, like main if Oos, day one ish, day main if Oos, day one ish week. No, like I think it was probably more better than that, and then Jimmy Uso's new theme music combined because it went well together, like with Jey Uso being the old main event Jey, and then he went in the ring, he went face to face. Right into Grayson Waller. This is when Grayson Waller introduced Jey Uso. He was like, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to main event Jey Uso. And I have to admit, like, he was very successful with his brother and even winning the tag team championships multiple times and even recently defending the undisputed tag team championships at the main event of WrestleMania. But now, and even when you ever since that you lost to Roman Reigns, like you have nothing now. Like you're main event Jey Uso, you may be main event Jey Uso, but you have nothing. And then this is what triggered the main event Jey. So he hit him with a super kick. Which Grayson Waller at least expected, and then he knocked him out clean. And that's when he started pushing off the Hooter trees, and then that's when he started celebrating his 3 weeks long awaited return. Is when he started celebrating with the fans for his return. He started high-fiving all the fans on his way out, and then he made his exit, and we're gonna move on with John Cena interviewing Damian Priest and Finn Balor, I believe. which I believe is when he has like congratulations for the tag team championship. And there's been buzz that you might not be in the same page, but tonight you were amazing, you were impressive. We were like, what's on your minds right now? Man, yeah, like so much to celebrate for. Like we're the new tag team champions, along with Mommy is world champion, but she's gonna successfully defend against Raquel, and then we have Dirty Dominic as the North American Championship, and then that's when he was like, and then they went on, and then this is when they left, and then this is when Damian Priest was like, yo, you need to stand up straight, like kid, like. Yo, you need to stand up. And then this is when John Cena hilariously had a squeaky voice saying, like, well, he was more intimidating. I'll tell you, yeah, he's more tough than I expected. Like, but anyway, this is when he said, well, he was very, he was very, he's very tough than or very bigger and tougher than I expected. Like, back to you guys. And then that's when Michael Cole reminded everybody they're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on TV, the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Pirates, and Penguins, the hockey, football, and baseball team. For those who don't know about the world of other sports outside of professional wrestling. But anyway, this is when we get the match between Raquel and Rhea Ripley. This is when we have the match. This is where I'm going to get this short and to the point. This is where we have Rhea started the knee her face first right into Tina the turnbuckle, and then and Rhea Ripley think that she easily have because she had like the easier advantage at first until Raquel gets back up, but she started hitting her with some leg slams right onto Raquel's back, try to pin her. When she kicks out, and then she's hit her with running drop kicks, and even knee strikes with a nonchalant pinfall, but it only got her the 2 count. This is when Rhea Ripley started trying to target the leg, like even though at first she wasn't really going for the leg. And then this is when Raquel started doing her comeback moves, hit her with clotheslines and then the running splash, and then that clothesline, but she hits it with a running clothesline. And at first she unsuccessfully tried to go for the dive and spinning corkscrew elbow, but Rhea Ripley trips her. Rhea Ripley trapped her in the middle rope and kicks and roundhouse kicks her in the back and slams her back first right into the canvas. And it started hanging, keeping her hanging right into the mid rope, and Rhea Ripley while stomping on her midsection. And then this is when Rhea Ripley started arguing at the female referee. And then this is when Rhea Ripley slowly goes up on the top rope, which I'm not sure what she was going for. It looks like she was probably going to go for a double knee foot stomp, but this is when she got a bit overconfident. So, and then she tripped her over. This is when Raquel started to take advantage of the moment for her to hit her with a standing suplex, a vertical suplex, I should say, a standing vertical, which would probably lasted for 10 seconds. This is when she gets back up. This is when she tried to hit her with a Bahana bomb, but Rhea Ripley tried to go for a German suplex, but Raquel elbows her. This is when Raquel tossed her into the legs, but Rhea Ripley hit her and hit her with a back face buster. Face first right into the canvas. This is when we got her the 2 count. And this is when Raquel puts her on the top rope. This is when she go for a suplex right off the top. And this is when Rhea start hanging up and then hit her chop block right into that bad knee, which was probably the brilliant move that Rhea could have possibly ever done and enter her reign as women's world champion or overall her career in WWE. And then this is when Corey Graves even agreed, probably agreed, because he said that he was pretty surprised that she waited to the last minute and not doing it from the start. And then this is when she hits the Texas Cloverleaf right onto Raquel, but it looks like it didn't really last for long because she rolled out of it. She go for a surprise roll up, which only got a two count. And then this is when Rhea Ripley tried to attack her and spear her right to the core, but she missed it here right to the steel ring post. That's when she hits her with a running power slam, where both women were down. And then Raquel Rodriguez tried to get back up. This is when Rhea Ripley slaps her. This is when Raquel slaps her right back. And then this is when Rhea Ripley tried to hit her with a right hand. This is when it started throwing fists back and forth, left and right, taking blows from one another. And then Raquel boots her outside. And then this is when Raquel went beast mode on Rhea because she hit her with the knee before she can do anything. She trips her over with the knee. This is when Rhea Ripley Raquel hits her with a buckle bomb, like driving her spine right into the ring post, which she's probably going to feel that tomorrow morning, whether she's sleeping right next to either Buddy Matthews or Dominic Mysterio, or even both because of her resume, obviously, of course, and kayfabe, of course, anyways. But anyway, this is when she also rams her side buckle bomber right into Barry Barricade, which even though it didn't felt like. And then even though it probably didn't hurt her too much with that side buckle bomb, but it could have bring some damages on either on the side of her her shoulder or torso. But anyways, Raquel redid the count so she won't get a count out victory because she wants to win the Women's World Championship. And this is when she picks up Rhea Ripley. She snake-eyed her face first right into Rita the ring post. This is when Raquel tried to take a breather and try to get some energy to get back in the ring. And then this is when Rhea pulls tell Dominic to come here, and then this is when Corey Graves said the MVP of the Judgment Day. I'm like, hey, why would they call him the MVP if he didn't earn no award to be known as that title in term as he didn't even earn no kind of award to get that title of being known as the MVP of the Judgment Day. And what are they talking about this particular MVP? Like, it just don't make no sense. This is when they start doing playing tug of war. This is where they put Dom in. And then this is when Dom had none of it. Please don't. I don't want to be in this. And this is when Raquel pulls them in the ring. This is when she hits him with a running power slam. And then like her ex-man or wherever, man. This is when Ripley hits her with a running kick, and then she hits her with the rib tie, and for the 1, 2, 3 to retain her Women's World Championship. And then she celebrated with Dirty Doms, and it looks like all the members of the Judgment Day are currently holding gold or silver with the Judgment Day's case, but it looks like the rumor still has it that they're still going to have a redesign. It said anytime after SummerSlam. Well, it's already after SummerSlam, so we're going to see the new designs of the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And then we're probably going to see some new sets of Tag Team Championships on SmackDown, probably. But yeah, that was your win. What do you thought about this match? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. I thought it was up in the expectations. Like, we're going to see Raquel going to get some retribution by beating every single ever-loving stuffing right out of Rhea Ripley. And then, but even though, despite all that, Rhea Ripley going to manage to have a way to retain her Women's World Championship. And I figured one of them being none other than Dirty Dom's himself, of being in the way of creating a diversion to Raquel. And then this is when we move on to the World Heavyweight Championship match. But before that, we got Jackie Redmond interviewing Becky Lynch. She was like, this is when, like she was interviewing Becky Lynch. She was like, you finally end your rivalry between yourself and Trish Stratus. Like, what do you think? What's next for the man? And then this is when none other than the current reigning defending NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton came in. She was like, "Hey guys," and then it looks like they're teasing some kind of a title match. Which I think if they're gonna do this, and then she mistakenly called Becky Lynch a former NXT Women's Champion, but Becky Lynch easily corrected her by saying she's not she's not a former NXT Women's Championship, at least not yet. And I think this is the best way to make her a NXT Women's Champion, to add on her list of being championship. And this could possibly help her. This could give Becky Lynch give her some TV time, both on Raw and NXT, and give her time so she won't go after Rhea Ripley just yet. Because Rhea Ripley's continuing to dominate into the women's division, even though she has Dirty Dom on her side to help her take care of that business. And the other half of the times, you gotta give credit when she's due. Like she does retain her championship fair and square, like with the likes of Zelina Vega and who else she faced, with the likes of Zelina Vega and I'll say like her, like she did like defend it against with Zelina Vega, even though like when she faced Natalya, Natalya got easily distracted by Dirty Doms, but this could be the best way she could be dominating until Becky Lynch comes back to Raw to challenge Rhea Ripley, probably at next year's WrestleMania for the women's world title. Like it'll probably be at night one, which Becky Lynch will get the W and become the new women's world championship, because she's probably still have the SmackDown Women's Championship lineage, which she's the first ever SmackDown Women's Championship. So she could even rub it in her face like she was when the championship before you recreated it as. But I'll say this, what I could do. I would say like even if they do it this way, like play a hot potato, I believe they should have Becky Lynch have one reign as championship. And then she can even drop it right back to Tiffany Stratton, whether if it's in the next pay-per-view or in the next upcoming NXT show, just to give her that reign, whether if it's the shortest or just the medium-sized reign, lengthy reign as champion, as NXT Women's Championship. But what do you think about this? Do you think that Becky Lynch should add the NXT title into her collection of titles that she ever won? Or is it a bit too late and she's that's way past her that's way under her level, like, and she passed the NXT days like 8 years ago. Y'all let me know down in the comments below. Which I would say I wouldn't mind her being NXT Women's Champion. I just say that. Oh, excuse me. I was just grabbing something. My apologies. But anyway, I think that Becky Lynch could be the one that could dethrone Tiffany Stratton for her first reign as the NXT Women's Championship and add on her list. Even though some of you skeptical wrestling internet guys would not like her going back to NXT for that simple fact, but it could also help it could help increase more ratings like they did with Dominic, like recently with Dominic with the North American title, like with everybody watching, because Dominic was spreading all his hatred down the NXT and bringing more viewers watching, give the reason for viewers watching. But anyway, we're going to talk about more about that in the next SNA podcast video. But we're going to move on to Seth freaking Rollins taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. And the number one thing, he meant his word. He's going to keep striking on his back to the point that you're going to put him out of his misery and become the new World Heavyweight Championship. Did he did entirely all that? Let's just say absolutely not. Unfortunately for Shinsuke Nakamura, like despite him striking his back, hitting him with backbreakers and even Death Valley drivers right off the top rope, and then also Seth Rollins had him on the outside, hitting him face first on the announce table. He was like, huh? Like, now you want to talk about my family now? And talking about my wife and daughter now? He started slamming his face right into the, and he even hit him with a hurricane. Hit Shinsuke Nakamura with a top rope hurricane Rana, which it worked very well, like, because like it was better doing that than hitting a suplex, which along with a second hit him with a Falcon Arrow after that, which the commentators are arguing about that. And then this is the first time I would agree with Corey Graves on something, because he said because he was like that may be true about him still landing on his back, but only his lower back, but he's but what's the vulnerable the body part that's gonna take more of the falls is gonna be his knees, and then which it was, because it was better doing the suplex. This is when he hits the drag over a buckle bomb. He tried to go over a kick, but he hits him with the ripcord clothesline, which only got him a 2.9 count, and we're gonna see plenty of more of this. This is when he's like, and he continues saying, "We bring my family." He starts slapping him in his head, then hit him in the face within the camera, start punching him in the back of his head, taking him, which he was getting ticked off because he was keep talking about his family, making this more personal. This is when Seth Rollins was getting ready to hit the curb stomp, which I don't think he got hit, but he started grabbing him, put him in the sleeper. This is when Seth Rollins looked like he was about to faint, but Seth Rollins started elbowing, and then this is when he tried to go for a signature back suplex, that flip off, but he reversed out of that. He tried to attack him from the mid rope. This is when Shinsuke Nakamura kicks him out of the way. He hits him in the mid rope Kinshasa, which only gets him a 2 count. And then this is when he tried to go for a body slam, which he successfully does, which it made Seth Rollins' back even more worse. And let me tell you, like, he even hit him with barricade. Like, I'm not sure what was different. Like, the fact that Seth Rollins' back, even especially his lower lumbar spine, is very messed up, or he's selling it like a king, which I'm not sure if he's selling it too much. I believe he's just selling it because he's legitimately taking the bumps. And then Shinsuke Nakamura hits him with an exploder suplex. Back to the review. And then this is when Shinsuke Nakamura started toying with him. And this is when he tried to go for another exploder suplex, but Seth Rollins rolled out of it. And then this is when Shinsuke Nakamura tried to go or attack, but he got his legs up. But Shinsuke Nakamura put his legs right onto the side in the middle of the rope. He roundhouse kicks the lower part of his back, which it made Seth Rollins scream more of the agony. He rolls up into a back flip and then German suplex and slides down to the outside while doing so. Yeah. Which his back got more and more worse. And that's with that snap German suplex, which he only got a 2 count off that. This is when he tried to go for a back suplex, which he successfully does, with that verting exploder. That's genuinely the prelude. This is when Shinsuke Nakamura started to try to get ready for the Kinshasa, which Seth Rollins hit him with the super kick for the interception. He tried to go for a pin 1, go for 2, and then he kicks out at 2.9999. And then this is when both men were down. This is be careful with these. You know, I'm gonna have these up for a reason. Be careful, Trey. No. Shh. Be careful. What's the matter, Trey? Okay, you can have your monster truck. You don't want a monster truck? But this is when Shinsuke Nakamura had the triangle choke. This is when they're trying to have it locked in to the point that makes Rollins go night-night, but so every time Seth Rollins tried to get up, but we fell and he's got a feint, and it looks like we could have a new World Heavyweight champion. But Shinsuke Nakamura, but Seth freaking Rollins but he lifted him up out of nowhere. It was a miracle for the Drip God. He hit him with a sit out, but unfortunately that miracle wasn't enough to put away the King of Strong Style because it only got a 1 and only got a 2. But he kicked out right when it was at a 2.8 second count. Yeah. I don't know how he did that. Like, even though they rehearsed this like plenty of time, over a dozen times before they actually do it in the ring, but it's been a proven fact. But I don't know that any man like that'll be very extremely exhausted will pick somebody up with having a triangle choke locked in like this. And then this is when they start butting heads back and forth. This is when they start hitting forearms back on each other. Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth freaking Rollins. This is when I start hitting forearm strikes on one another. Start boom, boom. And then this is when everybody starts saying, yay, to Rollins. And I believe everybody was saying, and everybody started chanting yay on both men because I don't think everybody else, same like me, do not want to accept the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura probably temporarily or probably permanently is a heel into this feud. Like, and you guys that think that Shinsuke Nakamura shouldn't be a heel, I totally agree with you, and please give me that thought down in the comments below. I'll love to hear that. But anyways, this is when Seth Rollins turned him into a neck-breaking position. He tried to go for a right hand, but Shinsuke Nakamura ducked. He tried to do his kick, which Shinsuke Nakamura ducks on the first attempt, but he hits him with a spinning wheel kick, which he should expect that from even though it was probably forgettable at the time, but yeah, you could have remembered that. This is when he tried to go for another Death Valley driver. This is when Seth Rollins hits a backsliding Enziguri kick. This is when both men was back down on the floor again. And then it's like, and I was thinking like, who's gonna walk out of here as World Heavyweight Champion? This is when Seth Rollins started going to the top rope. This is when Nakamura knocks him down, hitting between his legs right onto the tin of the turnbuckle, without probably felt very bad. This is when Shinsuke Nakamura This is when he tried to go for a Death Valley drive, which successfully landed right on the Seth Rollins' back, right on the top rope. And then even for this move not being his finishing move, you would probably expect this would probably be it. Like after seeing him landed very hard, like which he really did. And the referee went 1, the referee went 2, but he kicked out right at 2.999, point 1, almost a 3. And this is when he hits a Kinshasa right from the back of the neck of Seth Rollins. This is when he tried to go for one right to his face, like you would used to say, knee to face. And not trying to make fun of you, just you usually would say from back in your days in 2017 and 2018. This is when he. And then this is when Seth Rollins comes. He hits him with a right hand onto Nakamura's face. This is when Nakamura tried to go back to him. He started chopping. And this is when Shinsuke Nakamura kicked, and he started chopping. And this is when he started knee him so much too, so he can lose the consciousness of losing. And then this is when Shinsuke Nakamura starts stomping on to the Drip God, started doing it so much to the point that he could have paralyzed him. And then this is when paralyzed him to a death bed. And then this is when he tried to suplex him back into the ring. Seth Rollins lands him to his feet, and then tried to go for a back, but he tried to turn him to behind. He turned to switch with Seth Rollins' knees in right in the middle. He counters to a pedigree. And then this is when he got ready to get ready to capitalize into a curb stomp. And then which he got ready to do, he tried to go for it, but this guy will hit him with a kick. This is when Shinsuke Nakamura tried to go for some kind of fireman's neck knee breaker movement jig. This is when he tried to roll him up in the most devastating move in all sports entertainment. But Seth Rollins rolled him up into a curb stomp. And then this is when Seth freaking Rollins tried to drag himself into the match. And then he got a 1, a 2, and a 3. And yes, sir, every attempt for Shinsuke Nakamura to try to target his back, and he succeeded on it. He just failed to break it and end his career. And Seth Rollins took an advantage and hits him, and he finally hits him with the curb stomp. Fought at the end with the 1, 2, 3, and still your world heavyweight champion, Seth freaking Rollins, and that's what ended the show. And so with Seth Rollins celebrating that, and still being the workhorse champion and the world championship of Monday Night Raw, and I would say I'll give tonight's payback, I would say a 4 stars out of the 5 for being something to see for. Yeah, with something to see for, like with the Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Even though my boys, my boys, the Canadian bros, Owens and Zayn lost that match, it was still something to look for, like being like some kind of a hockey fight match, like something that you would like to see. And then same with Rey Mysterio retaining his United States Championship, and Becky Lynch giving Trish Stratus the just desserts, and also Zoe Stark doing that soon after in the post match after the steel cage match, and John Cena being the special guest referee with the LA Knight versus Miz, which LA Knight did win, which I believe all the LA Knights fans all around the world was very happy to see that match, and for John Cena to be the special guest referee. As referee, and all of that stuff, and even Cody Rhodes announcing the shocking return of of Jey Uso, which he quit WWE in kayfabe 3 weeks ago, and we're gonna see what's gonna see more next from the main event Uso, and then this is when, and then we're also probably gonna see what's next for the Judgment Day being the new Undisputed Tag Team Championship, and see what's next for the man taking on the reigning defending NXT Women's Champion. But what would y'all rate tonight's WWE's Payback pay-per-view? Y'all let me know about that down in the comments below. And yeah, I guess we're gonna close this episode of the SNA podcast and move on for AEW's Collision show. Up next, which is episode 2, part 3 of the AEW Collision review. I've been your host on this video, Super Ninja Off. I've been the host on this episode of the SNA podcast, Super Ninja Austin, and I'm gonna see you all on the next video on episode 22. See you there. Sassin out. Okay.